So guys, welcome to the first module in the Quantum Leap Ecomm Agency program. In this module guys, what we're going to be going through is kind of just the underlying foundations, right? Yes, we can jump straight into outreach and we can jump straight into service delivery and the systems and the things that we need to build, but if you don't know the underlying foundations to an SMMA, what even an SMMA is, you're just never going to be successful with it, okay? It's like anything. If you don't know what you're doing, then you don't know the goals that you should be hitting. You don't know how to, you don't know how to run the agency properly, etc., etc. So as I say, this module, we're just going to be talking literally about what SMMA actually is. Okay, so let's jump straight into it. So as I say, what is SMMA? So in this module, guys, here is what we are going to cover. What SMMA is, okay? The mechanics of the business, i.e. the things that make up the business, and kind of like a car, like it's like what a car actually is, but then there's also, the mechanics of the car. So you've got wheels, you've got the door, you've got the engine. I'm being very naive here, I don't know much about cars, but you get what I mean, okay? Next, we're gonna talk about why SMMA is the best business model, okay? Why, as soon as you jump into SMMA, like there's no looking back. Okay, there's just literally no looking back. And then we're also going to be talking about why it is a no-brainer to build an SMMA over any other business model out there. Okay, and then finally we're going to finish off talking about just how easy it is to hit six figures and beyond with SMMA. So, as I say, what is SMMA? Basically, as I'm sure majority of you guys in the program know, majority of you guys and girls in the program know, SMMA is simply a social media marketing agency. Okay, SMMA is just a shortened version of saying a social media marketing agency. And so an SMMA is simply a service-based business, okay, and falls under the broader category of an agency, okay? And agencies consist of a wide array of services such as email marketing, Google AdWords, content creation, copywriting, etc. Okay, so social media marketing agency is really just only one small avenue of an agency. Like an agency, there's so many different types of agencies, okay? However, in this case, we are building a social media marketing agency, okay? And what I mean by that is that we are running paid ads on social media for clients, okay? Very simple. We run paid ads on social media on behalf of a client's business. Okay, and so let's look at traditional marketing. So majority of businesses out there are doing traditional marketing and are seeing little to no returns. They understand that social media is, quote unquote, taking over and that they need to transition. But due to lack of resources, whether that be knowledge, time, manpower, etc., they are hesitant. Okay, and this is where really we come in. And I go on to say that in the next point, so I don't want to ramble on too much, but you need to understand that traditional marketing, in terms of, flyers and billboards and, radio ads and TV, like it just doesn't work anymore, right? There's such more efficient and effective mediums that they can go ahead and spend their marketing dollars on. And the business owners know this, right? That they know that they should be spending it on these more efficient mediums, i.e. social media, but they don't know how to. Okay, they don't know how to make that transition. They don't know how to actually be successful with those new mediums. So what they'd rather do, instead of making the transition and maybe having a dip in their business, because they, need to kind of learn the ropes and whatnot, rather than them doing that, what they'll do instead is just stay where they are because they're comfortable, okay? And as I go on to say there, new age marketing, okay? So the reason why building an SMMA right now is vital is simply because you and your agency can act as the bridge for these traditional businesses. Okay, you can be the vehicle to get them not only set up with online paid traffic, but also flourish and truly take their business to new dimensions. Okay, and although this sounds, although this may sound daunting, it's super easy. Okay, so as I say, they're currently here, right? Majority of businesses are currently here and they're doing their traditional marketing, they're doing whatever they're doing, and they know they need to make the transition to over here, but they don't know how to. And so what we do as SMMA owners is, they're here, they want to get to here, there's a gap, we bridge that gap, okay? We take them from whatever they're doing, even if they're already online, right? Even if they've already made the transition, because this is more tailored to local businesses. Local businesses are still doing flyers and TV ads or whatever. E-commerce, because the natural nature of an e-com brand is online, majority of the time you will find that they're already doing some sort of online marketing. But what you will find is that the majority of the time, the way that they're currently going about it, whether, you know, there's so many different ways people can go about it, whatever way they're currently going about it, okay, it just isn't working. And so even if like I say, even if they are doing it, but it isn't working, they still need to get to somewhere where they're doing it and it is working. And so there's still a gap. And again, that's where we come in as SMMA owners, more specifically Ecomm SMMA owners, okay? That's where we can bridge the gap. And that's why it's so important for you to become a SMMA owner right now, because there's so many brands out there, especially e-commerce. Obviously this entire program is based around e-commerce. There's so many e-com brands out there that are here and they need that gap to be, you know, they need a bridge on that gap, and that's where we can come in. Okay, so let's get back into it. Now, as I say, let's look at the mechanics of the business. So this is, you know, this kind of three main parts. Obviously at each and every point it goes a lot more granular, it goes a lot more in detail, and really that's what this entire program is about. But there's really three main parts to not having a client, not knowing who a client is, all the way to delivering the service. That entire process, there's three overarching parts, and here they are in this slide, okay? So first things first is outreach. So once you're equipped with the knowledge of how to run an agency, again, which you will be after this program, you wanna reach out to companies and brands who qualify from face value. You know, you reach out to them by any medium of your choice, whether that be cold email, Loom, possibly serve your ideal client a Facebook ad, send them a cold video on Instagram, etc. And you show them just how much money they're leaving on the table by not adopting the new age marketing. Now, from here, okay, you're naturally gonna get people wanting to book in a call with you. And so the next step in kind of the mechanical makeup of an SMMA is the discovery call. Now, in the initial outreach, we always want to sell the meeting, never the service, okay? And so once you are on the meeting, this is where the sales aspect comes into play, and you need to make the perceived value of your service seem higher than the price you are charging. You also need to make it blatantly obvious that you and your agency are the vehicle/bridge from where they currently are to where they want to get to, okay? And then obviously, once you go through this process and you know, the goal is to sign them on as a client. Let's say you've gone ahead and signed them on as a client from the sales that you conduct in the discovery call. The next step is obviously service delivery. So once you've successfully signed on a client and once you've successfully signed on a client, you now need to deliver on the services that you sold them on, right? Very basic. And so in this program, we go into a ridiculous amount of detail surrounding Facebook and Instagram ads. However, if you are proficient in another service, then build your agency around that specific service. Okay, and so with Bax Consulting, however, we run Facebook and Instagram ads for our clients primarily, which is why I teach that in this program and not say YouTube ads, for example. So as I touched on at the start of this module, you know, there's so many different services that agencies offer, right? Copywriting, email marketing, Google AdWords, Facebook and Instagram ads and whatnot. And so Bax Consulting, which is my agency, we only run Facebook and Instagram ads for our clients. And so that's why I teach that in this program. However, if you're in this program and you're not really here to learn about the service delivery aspect, rather you're here to learn about how to build a very efficient agency, then obviously this service delivery, you know, this part of the mechanical process, the mechanical makeup of an agency, which is service delivery, this is where you would then go ahead and do your email marketing services, etc., etc. Okay, so let's move on. Why SMMA is the best business model? Okay, well, it's just honestly, guys, if you once you move into the SMMA business model, you never need to look back, because truly it is the best business model. And as I say, let's discuss why it is. Okay, so let's just look at the six-figure mark first and foremost. Six-figure mark. I mean, there's really not much else to it other than an SMMA will take you to six figures quicker than any other business model out there will. Any other business model out there, SMMA will beat it to the six-figure mark. And so these next 2 points kind of, you know, fuel that this idea of it will take you quicker to six figures than anything else. The reason is because of the first things first, the profit margins. Okay, My agency at the point of recording this retains upwards of 90% profit margins within my agency, right? So with majority of other business models out there, to have just 50% profit margins is considered to be good. Just 50%, right? That's considered to be a good, profitable business. With an agency, right? Well, again, as I said, at the point of recording this, my agency has upwards of 90% profit margins. Now, granted, over the next few months, that is gonna dip because I'm gonna start running Facebook ads for my agency. However, right now, at a multi-six-figure e-commerce agency, I have upwards of 90% profit margins. So it's just, honestly guys, it's just the most profitable business, which is, again, the first reason why it is why it's the business model that will take you to six figures quicker than anything else. And the third point there is that the startup cost is zero. So if you're like me when I started out, then having initial capital to invest is not even a talking point. But having an SMMA is the perfect business model for you, is because there is literally no startup cost whatsoever. So as I say, if you were like me when I was starting out, I think it was around 15, 16. And so I had no money to start with, right? I had no money to initially invest. So a business model that required initial capital it wasn't even a talking about, I had nothing. But an SMMA, you don't need anything. You don't need a single dollar to get your first client, right? Obviously, if you do have a little bit of money, maybe like $100 or something, it does help because you can get softwares that make it easier, that increase your chances of getting a client. And again, we're gonna go through those softwares within this program. But technically, if you, like I say, technically, if you don't have any money, you can still go ahead and get your first 1, 2, 3 clients very, very easily, okay? Now, another reason why it's just the best business model is that you won't go out of business, okay? You literally will not go out of business because you will become company's lifeline, okay? You will become the company's lifeline. When you build your agency to a point that it is consistently able to produce ridiculous results for your clients, you will become their lifeline. Bax Consulting is at a point where we are producing over 50% of some of our clients' revenue each and every month. And so as a result of this, right, if they leave us, they will lose over half of their business, okay? So if, and this is over 50%, some are like, I think it's around like 75%, something just ridiculous, some ridiculous numbers, right? And so let's just stick with 50 though, because it's an easy number to work off of. So if my clients leave me, right, they will literally lose 50% of their business, okay? And so to put this into some real world perspective, one client I'm thinking of in particular, they're making around 200,000 a month. And Bax Consulting is consistently producing around 90,000 to 100,000, over 100,000 each and every month, right, through our services. And so obviously that incorporated with their other marketing mediums, as I said, they're making around 200,000 a month. However, if they leave us, that 200,000 will decrease instantly to 100,000. So they will literally lose over half of their business just by leaving us. And so the next point there is economic downturn. Companies' biggest fear is to not be able to perform in a recession or depression and as a result go bankrupt. Now due to this, no matter what is going on in the world, companies always need to be making money. And so if your marketing agency can provide results when times are good and bad, I mean, you will truly never, ever, ever go out of business, ever, okay? So let's now have a look at how easy it is to get to six figures. So first things first, let's just look at the math. Okay, in order to make six figures per year, which is $100,000 per year or £100,000 wherever you're based, in order to make six figures per year, $100,000, you need to make $8,333 per month. Okay, that's $8,333 per month equals $100,000 per year. $100,000 per year is six figures. Okay, now remember though, that if you are making $8,333 per month, which technically is $100,000 per year, but your expenses are, say, 7,000 per month, then you are nowhere near making 6 figures per year profit, okay? And in all honesty, for majority of businesses out there, their expenses may actually be 7,000 per month, right? But they're making 8,300 per month. So, you know, yes, it looks like they're doing really well. It looks like they're making 6 figures, but in reality, they're actually so far off. And so let's look at profit margins, right? As I go on to say there, with most businesses, this is a problem because their expenses may actually be $7,000 per month. And so in order to make 6 figures with those business models is a lot harder because you will actually need to be bringing in over 15,000 per month, right? You have to be bringing in over 15,000 per month to incorporate your 7,000 per month expenses. And then at that point, you will be making 8,300 per month profit, which is 6 figures per year profit, okay? So what I'm trying to get at here is that you don't need to be getting to 8,300 to make 6 figures per year. You actually need to be getting to like 15,000 minimum to be making 6 figures per year profit. However, due to SMMA's profit margins being astronomically high, you really only need to be making $9,000 to $10,000 per month, depending on whether you have team members, and you will be able to make 6 figures per year profit. Okay, so guys, like, I'm sure you can now start to see just why it's almost a no-brainer to start an SMMA, because you know, why it's a no-brainer to start and why it's just simply the best business model out there, right? Because, as I say, you literally only need to be making $9,000 to $10,000 per month revenue to be making 8,300 per month profit, which is 6 figures per year. Like, that's all you need to do. Conversely though, with other business models out there, you would have to be making around $15,000 per month minimum to be making 8,300 per month profit, okay? So, like, you can get to 6 figures so easily, right? And as I say there, let's have a look at the breakdown, okay? So, in order to make $9,000 to $10,000 per month revenue, as again, which results in 8,300 per month profit, this really only takes 5 clients paying you $2,000 per month, 4 clients paying you $2,500 per month, 3 clients paying you $3,500 per month, or just 2 clients paying you $5,000 per month. And like, I don't know about you, but you know, to me, these numbers don't seem big at all, right? 5 clients paying you $2,000 per month is so easy to get. First of all, having 5 clients is not a lot of clients. Second of all, $2,000 per month service fee is like the lowest of the low, okay? At the point of recording this, my minimum service fee that I ever really go to for clients is $3,000 per month. That's my minimum. Like, I don't even really entertain conversations that is below I don't entertain conversations that are below $3,000 per month. So to get a client at $2,000 per month and then times that by 5, it's so easy, guys. And you got to understand that, like, you know, like, to get 5 people paying you $2,000 per month in amongst what, you know, in amongst the actual industry that we're in is like the smallest little dot, right? The e-commerce industry, okay, is projected to reach by, I think it's around, my numbers may be slightly off here, but I'm pretty sure it's projected to reach by 2021, okay, so next year at the point of recording this, it's projected to reach around $2.5 trillion per year, okay? $2.5 trillion per year is the entire e-commerce industry is projected to reach by next year. It's either next year, it's either 2021 or 2024, one of the two. It doesn't matter which one it is, to be honest, right? It's projected to reach 2.5 trillion. So do you not think that you could make 10,000 out of that 2.5 trillion, right? 2.5 trillion, your little 10,000 is so small, and to get 5 different clients to pay you 2,000 per month each, like, guys, it's almost impossible for you not to get to 6 figures with an SMMA, okay? It's so easy. And again, once you are equipped with this program and what we're gonna be going through here throughout the next 5 weeks, Like guys, it's almost, as I say, it's almost going to be impossible for you not to get to six figures with an SMMA and with the knowledge that you're going to get equipped with from this program. Okay guys, so I just wanted to make that clear. Okay, I just really wanted to make that clear, and just, you know, just show you that once you take the plunge into an SMMA, into building a social media marketing agency, and more specifically an Ecomm agency, like there is truly no looking back. You are in the best business model ever, okay? And we are in the best niche ever, which we're gonna go into in the next module, why Ecomm just truly beats all, and why that, like, you should never even think about going into the local business niche, because Ecomm beats all. So you're in the best business model ever, and then in that business model, you're in the best niche ever, and within that, you're in one of, if not the best e-commerce course out there, e-commerce program out there. Okay guys, so as I say, just embrace it. You are at the start of something big. Okay, so look, here's your action items for today's module. First things first, go ahead, join the Facebook group. Okay, so join the Quantum Leap Ecomm Agency Facebook group. The link would have been in the welcome video, below the welcome module. However, if you don't want to, if you didn't click it through that link or whatever, just go onto Facebook and just simply search Quantum Leap Ecomm Agency, and you will find the Facebook group. So as I say, go ahead and join. And your second action item is to just go ahead and introduce yourself, okay? So once you're inside the group, introduce yourself to the community. Tell us about where you are right now, what your goals are for the next year, and what you are hoping to get out of building an SMMA, okay? And I just wanted to leave you with this kind of image slash graph here. So up until this point, okay, as you can see, up until this point to where you are right now, you may have experienced disappointment. You may have experienced, you know, super demotivating days where you're just like, I just can't do this. Is this for me? Why does it seem as though everyone else is getting clients, but I can't? Why am I not getting the results I should be getting, etc., etc., right? So you've probably been experiencing that disappointment. However, right now you are where it says you are. You know, where it says you are here, that's where you are right now at the point of watching this module. And so from here, what you're going to be doing is going throughout the rest of this program, okay, making sure that you're rewatching modules, you're really taking everything in, and from there start to implement and take action on what we're going through, and your now curve is only going to go up, okay? From here, you're going to start to experience chaos and amazement. It's going to get super crazy because you're going to start, you know, reaching out to clients. You're going to start getting just a ridiculous amount of replies, discovery calls, and essentially clients at the end of the day. And so it's going to be a bit chaotic to start off with. You're going to feel as, you know, you may get slightly overwhelmed, but guys, you know, as I'm sure you would have heard the quote, you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable, okay? And so that's where the chaos comes in. Slight chaos, nothing to be scared about. It's good chaos, okay? And it is amazement, okay? It's amazing. So as I say, I'm super excited for you to now start your journey throughout this entire program. And guys, with that being said, I will see you in the next module.